What is up, guys? Idris guys here. Welcome to another dose. If you don't know me, my name is Mohammed Idris, student of first year of medicine in Kandahar Government University. So in that video, we will talk about how to learn something effectively. So there are some steps. We will talk about these steps, and you have to watch this video until end. So the first step to learn something effectively or rapidly is to learn something from what? Learn something from diagrams. So what is meant by these diagrams? Suppose you have you have 20 lines of text, and other hand you have what? Other hand you have the picture or diagrams or other things like that. So which one is better to be memorized really effectively and rapidly? So I think the picture is really good, because when you want to learn something from text, so you have to learn or read these 20 lines of text over and over again. So it takes much more time because you have to read it. Finally you read it, or finally you memorize it. So you have to memorize it order in order. So that's why it takes much more time, and also it wastes your time, and also it will be disappeared from your mind in 2 or 4 or 5 days. So it is not a good strategy to learn something from the text. But when you have the picture or diagram, so it is pretty good. So you can learn this thing in such a short time, regularly. So when research has shown that we have visual learners naturally, yeah, we are visual learners, so that's why it's much more good. And also another advantage is that what is really important in examination. So the most important thing in examination is mechanisms, because these examiners loves to go after mechanisms. So this mechanism is better to be explained in what in these diagrams or these pictures or in image, because in exam you don't have a time. So that's why uh, writing the or driving the diagram is much more good, and your time will not be wasted. So that's why it is really effective. The second step that I highly recommend for a medicine student, and also it's really high yield for medicine student, and I love that step, is to learn something from videos rather than text. Why it is so unique? I will give you example, because I always use that step. So especially in examinations when there is valid situation. So I will give you example. You have 5 or 6 pages, so you can memorize these 6 or 5 pages on 1 hour. But I will give you guarantee that you can learn these 5 or 6 pages in form of video only and only in 10 minutes, but in video. Uh, because when you want to learn from these 6 or 5 pages while you are reading these 6 or 5 pages, so you have to hit 3 steps. What are these 3 steps? That you have to read it and then shortcut it and then remember it or memorize it. So it takes much more time as well. So that's why you have to learn. You will learn this thing on 1 hour, but you can learn these 6 or 5 pages in 10 minutes in form of video. So that's why it's really good. So that's why I always use that step, because it saves my time. And I will talk about another video, that which kinds of videos are really good and which kinds of resources are really good for medicine students. So we will talk about that issue in next video. The third step um, for learning something effectively is to reward yourself after of study. I always motivate myself and reward myself after of studying. So I always say with myself, if I study for 4 hours or for 5 hours. So then I will enjoy my watching TV. I will enjoy my watching videos. I will enjoy my sleeping. I will enjoy my dinner. So then I will be relaxed. And also in timetable I have in 1 hour I have 50 minutes of studying and 10 minutes break. So I always say in starting with myself that if I study for 50 minutes, so then I will enjoy my 10 minutes of break. So that's why it's really good. And also I always might say with myself before of examination that if I study hard, if I study the works, or if I study the books effectively, or give my 100%, so then I will enjoy my holidays. So then, so it's give me potential. So this motivating yourself or rewarding yourself is a kind of potential, a kind of energy for you to memorize something, or to learn something very effectively before of starting the study. The fourth step for learning something effectively is take a notes. What? Take a notes. It is kind of good strategy for medicine students. And I know that all of you take a note from a massive text and then shortcut it and then repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, because the advantage of that is that it saves your time, and then your time will not be wasted in a repetition for a will examination. And another thing is for that is you can revise it over and over again. You can repeat it and repeat, because repetition is very good for us. And but there is two things, that one is digital notes, another is simple notes. Some people say that digital notes is much more good and simple notes is not good, but I always write my simple notes on pages on or papers, and then I take a picture, so then it will become a digital note. So that's why simple notes are very good, and digital notes are also really good, in that you can write it in iPad Pro with the pencil and a Notebox app, or so it is good. But I say that both kinds of notes are very good. Digital notes and simple notes, both of them are really good for us. So it depends on you that which kind of notes or taking notes are good for you. So I refer to simple notes and digital notes both. The final step for learning something effectively is to learn something in early morning. Of course, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., because during that interval our brain can function better, because in that during time our brain function is 100% compared with the night time, because when you're learning something at night, at 9 o'clock or at 10 p.m., so at that time your brain function is 20%, five time uh, 5 times less than morning time. So that's why start your day with the less stress and more joy, and save your morning for most prioritized and hard books, such as like anatomy or physiology or other things such as like that. So learn something in these 5 steps. These 5 steps were really important for you, because I use these steps for my study, and it gives best result for me. So that's why try to learn something, be limitless,